Good morning, y'all. Peaks and Chef here.
What?
Yep, we survived the night here at Unicoi Gap shelter. Rainy night, long rainy night. We were in the sleeping quilts there by, 5:30 in the afternoon. Longest night of our lives, but slept well, got a lot of rest. Like I said, it rained all night. It's drizzling now, just as foggy as it was yesterday. So might not be the best conditions for hiking, but guess what we're doing today? We're hiking. So let's get the show on the road, y'all. Let's go for an adventure. We've been walking on this old logging road here. Just got a little bit of water. We come to this here, which you can see is where they shored up the road. I'd imagine this has been here quite a while, don't you think, Ricky? This road. Couple of weeks anyway, he says. Whew. It's a repeat of yesterday with the rain and the fog, but it actually feels good, y'all. We don't have the ponchos on yet. The breeze, and it's not raining too hard that we have to put on rain gear. We're just trudging along. We're still going up that old logging road and taking our time. Stop every so often, every so many yards. Do that neck stump method I told y'all about. Catch our breath and keep going. That's how you do it. So we're having a good time in spite of this crazy looking weather. That's what it's all about. Time for a payday. In my opinion, better than Snickers. It's all right. We're actually going through a little green tunnel area. It's real pretty through here. If there was no fog, I think we'd have a nice little view off here to the right down through these trees. Believe it or not, as overgrown as this is, we are still on that old logging road. We've been on it for a minute. And I'm okay with that, y'all, because this has been pretty easy hiking. I don't want to jinx myself, but we've had a very pleasant morning. We're almost downhill to where there is a spring, and we may get a little bit more water, take a break. But so far, so good on this fine, foggy morning. Time for another snack, y'all. This time it's this probiotic mega immune mix. This is one of my very favorites. I get these at Sam's Club. Probably have them at Costco too, or you can probably just get them at your grocery store, but I get a big bag of them at Sam's, and it's got a little bit of everything. Walnuts, pepitos, cashews.
Big bag of nuts.
It's a big bag of nuts. It's got dried ginger, dried cherries, yum, yum. And this gives me energy. I like this particular snack. One thing I have to force myself to do is to stop and drop my pack. Get off my feet for a minute. Because before, I would just push through, and I would be so exhausted that I couldn't hardly go another quarter mile to get to a shelter or tent site. So now I force myself to stop, take a little break. The other thing I force myself to do is I have to stop to take a pee. Because before, when I first started Appalachian Trail back in February, I would go all day, y'all, without stopping to take a pee. Because I didn't want to drop my pack. I was worried about people coming. And it takes a while to get used to doing business like that in the woods. But I force myself now, rather than holding it, which I know is not good for you. UTI, right? I will stop, drop my pack, take a break, rest my feet, and I will take a pee and get a snack. Not necessarily in that order, by the way. The fog's burned off, y'all. Well, at least down where we're at. We're not down, actually, we're up. But we got a little bit of a view through the trees. We are making it happen. Ain't that right, Ricky? We're doing something. Hey, y'all. Well, this is a first night hiking. Ricky and I pushed through. I'm trying not to shine light in the camera, but we're pushing through to Blue Mountain Shelter. Oh, big day, but we're only probably about half a mile away. So, first time night hiking. We're doing it. We'll be there shortly. First, we got to find water. Well, y'all, it's the next morning. We got in here pretty late, as you can tell. We were night hiking last night, but we made it to Blue Mountain Shelter. Whew, we pushed through. Ricky stayed on me. We did it, and you know what? It was my own personal best. Yesterday, I hiked the most miles carrying a full pack. Almost 7.5, about 7.4 or something like that. Wasn't that, Ricky? About 7.4, 7.5? Yep. That is the most miles I've hiked in one day carrying a full load. And we're talking a pack of about 25, 26 pounds. So, did it, man. And it was also the first time I ever night hiked. So, we had all kinds of fun on trail yesterday. So, I just want to say thanks for tuning in to my epic journey here with Chef. And it's been fun. We're going to go ahead and get packed up and start the next day. Good morning, y'all. Laura, Peaks for Pounds, and Chef. Here we are at Blue Mountain Shelter. Had a good night's sleep. Besides the mice rolling around, shooting marbles all night, throwing nuts at us. We didn't care because we were damn beat after that hike yesterday. But had a good night. We woke up. The plan is to, day 3, finish our way into Unicoi. Don't have a real long way, about 2.4 miles. A little bit of a climb, not much, and then straight downhill, a good 1,100 feet. Say good morning, Chef.
Morning.
There he is.
I slept good.
He slept good.
I dreamed about installing light fixtures all night.
He was installing light fixtures in this shed, in this shelter all night long. He's snoring like a grizzly bear is what he's doing, but that's okay. Hey, they call me Husqvarna on the side for a reason.
You're the only one that the damn mice were throwing nuts at.
Yeah, he said that the mice were throwing nuts at me, and I don't know. I slept right through it. But anyhow, we're going to get this day rolling. Day 3 on our epic adventure. Hog pen to Unicoi Gap. Let's go have some fun, y'all.
Imagination.
Ricky and I were just talking, y'all, about how difficult it got last night coming in and how I really found my limits. I pushed myself, and if it wasn't for him, I would have never done it. He knew I could do it. He believed in me more than I believed in me, and just kept going. I just learned how to push through. It's I will say it's a big mind game a lot of times. Your body can do way more than what you think you can do. And we were saying when it stops being fun, then you're just doing it to do it. And I can say last night, there's some times when it wasn't fun, but this morning when I woke up, and right now as we're sitting on this trail, standing here, I can tell you that was a time of my life. They call that type 2 fun, but it was fun nonetheless. So don't let your own thoughts in your mind limit what you do. Go for your dreams, because you can do way more than you think you can do. So there's my PSA for the morning. We're standing here on a ridge line, completely silent, other than my yapping. And we just got a little bump to go up here, and then we're making that big descent down into Unicoi Gap. But this has been a trip of a lifetime. trip of a lifetime. And it'll be 14 miles when we're done, 2 nights out. And now I know I can do it. All right, y'all, we just summited Blue Mountain, 4,000 footer. I think she's 4,010. Woo, feels good. Blue Mountain in a bag.
Strongest material known to man.
And down we go. Woo, y'all coming down into Unicoi Gap. Watch out for these rocks. This is a pretty steep descent, y'all. I slid and fell on my rump once. Okay, almost twice. 1.5 times. Thank goodness my backpack braced my fall, but my trekking pole started to slide down this big old hill. Thank goodness I was able to rescue it before I had to take off my pack and climb down there, because that would have left me in a very unhappy mood, to say the least. But anyhow, we're making our descent. We're about halfway down, maybe a little further, into Unicoi Gap. A hellish descent. All right, y'all, that's a wrap. Unicoi Gap made it. I don't know if you can read the sign, but 14 miles from Hogpen. Here, this is Bill, owner of the Green Dragon Hostel, has picked us up. He's going to take us there, and we're going to spend another night at this lovely hostel. Dare I say, one of my very favorites.
It's my favorite.
It's his favorite. Yeah. But great day. It was a long descent, rocky descent down into Unicoi, and I would advise anybody doing it, take your time, watch the rocks, watch the leaves. But anyhow, great time. That wraps up my backpacking adventure with old Ricky. He's down waiting for us to put him in the car. So thanks for tuning in, following my journey and all of my adventures. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that button down there. Till next time, stick with me. I'm going somewhere. To the Green Dragon Hostel.